Hey folks, today is Monday, July 8th. It's 4:14 p.m. The market just closed 50 minutes ago. Let's take a look. It was pretty dead today. A few things moved. We'll see that when we go through the list. But I think the market is just kind of waiting for earnings at this point. It looks kind of just like it's just sitting there. You can see on the S&P here, it's just kind of sitting there. If you look at the NASDAQ, exactly the same kind of thing. The Russell pulled back a bit from that line, and that's been a line that I found last week or a couple weeks ago that the Russell's having some trouble getting over, which makes sense if it can't really get any volume or momentum right now. So we're just going to hang out under that line. The Dow's kind of doing the same. We've got that long-term line back here that it's not getting over. Probably going to take earnings reports or start getting some of that hope of good earnings momentum going before it really moves over. Let's just go through the list here. So Carvana, I did adjust the upper line a bit because it actually crossed it today, but volume was terrible. I mean, there was no volume at all, even though it crossed it. But it's still kind of in the range of this area, so I just kind of adjusted it to include that close or that high of the day in the pattern, which is fine. It still looks really good. I just wish things would get some volume and momentum. Tandem is still within here. It kind of backed off that line. That's been consistent, actually. It's been doing the same thing on that line all the way down until we get real volume and real price movement in the market. It's not going to get over that line. CSX touched the lower line today, it looks like. Yep. And closed above it, so that's good. That still kind of shows us those lines are valid. Hasn't crossed them yet. CYBR hanging out along the lower line. SAIC still within its pattern. Match, and it's really this upper line that's holding this thing down right now. I don't see a lower line here. If I was to draw it right there, we've got a descending triangle, which I don't think is what Match is actually showing here. It's just really that we have a resistance point that it's not getting over, so that's going to take some time to get over that. CHG, whoa. I missed this guy because here's what I did, was I did not put an alert on it for some reason. I didn't put an alert to alert me when it crossed the line, probably because I was busy on the 4th of July weekend, and I just didn't set that up. I noticed that this morning. I was like, whoa, this thing's taking off. Why didn't I know about it? It's because I forgot to put an alert on. So anyway, it took off. Volume was really great. It was like 1,000% of its average 15-day volume at one point. So that thing was really moving. It's unfortunate that it pulled back into the close, or pulled back later in the day. Well, all the thrust was in there. This is the 5-minute chart. All the thrust was in there, and then it just kind of backed off for the rest of the day. But it was a good move. That was a fantastic breakout on this stock. If you're in from down there, you're in really good shape. Just keep your stop right there. It's up so high, you could probably put the stop at break even at this point. Just sit it right there, or be maybe $1 below that in case it does pull back and test the lower line, or test this line, but I don't think it will. Looks really good. Etsy, so still within its triangle. Chipotle is another one that moved. Volume did come up. That was a really good move, actually. So the entry was right there as it crossed the line. This thing's so expensive. I'd probably put my stop at break even just so it doesn't, rapidly turn on you or something. But yeah, it looks good. It finally broke the line out of that really tight flag. So I put a target on there of 840, which is the target from the bull flag. It's really the high. And I used this low here. I didn't go down there because I'm trying to be conservative. I don't want to say it's going to move like $200 or $300 or something, some huge number. But it's the high from here and the low of this added on to that. And that's the typical technical way to create a target on a bull flag. And that comes out to about 840. PEGA still within its triangle. That still looks really good. And I added this one, Palo Alto. I found it a while ago, but I wasn't really sure if I wanted to add it in because it's a tech, and tech's really been getting hit lately. They got a little bit of a jump previously when they had the positive China news, but tech as a whole is not really a hot area right now. Software seems to be, but not necessarily chips or networking or things like that. They're kind of beaten down. So, but this guy has a symmetrical triangle. It's gone down into it, which could lead it lower. So you could consider this lower line as a possible short, but to me it kind of looks like it's bottoming. And we've got a lower area down here. You can see the ascending triangle here where it dipped down, ascending triangle, and blasted off. So if it can dip down, find support, form a pattern, we might get a bounce out of that. So that's why I'm showing it now, because I think in the way that this is kind of climbing back up to the highs, and it challenged that upper line today, but there was not enough volume, not enough momentum. That could go higher. So I got the earnings are September 5th, got lots of time before earnings come out, and it's right around this high, 211.44, or it's probably going to be lower, 211.27 or 25 tomorrow, because as days goes on where it doesn't break out, that lower line will cause the breakout point to be lower and lower until it actually rolls over and crosses that line. So keep an eye on that guy. One other one I wanted to show that I actually took out of this list before is this guy, EPAN, because of this, it did this today. I don't remember the reason I took it out. I just didn't really like the pattern, but if you were kept watching it, had a nice move today. Where are we here? AVTR, I think. So yeah, so there's a little flag still forming on that. I think that line is significant. It tried to get over there and got sent right back below it. But yeah, it's right around 1921. If it can bust over that and get momentum and volume, could be pretty good. So here's the ones that have already broken out now. AVTR looks good. Coupa still looks okay. AZPN still looks okay. Zillow, another up day, more upside, that looks good. Facebook is hovering on the line here, not closing below though, which is good. That's positive, but hopefully it'll bounce and start going higher. Momo still within this big symmetrical triangle. Needs a lot more time. I really want Momo to come all the way back down, bounce off, come all the way back up, and then try to consolidate under the upper line again. That's what I would like to see. Sam added another $1.72. Man, this thing is good. Sheesh, that's a $40 move. That's huge. It still looks okay. It actually looks like this might be a little continuation pattern forming. So keep an eye on that. It still looks really good. I don't see any real negative coming into that yet. McDonald's is still kind of climbing there. Safe, still climbing. ASML. I think I might remove this guy. I don't know. It looks pretty rough. It's up there, but this gap down is bad. And then, you never know what's going to come out of there. If you're in it, I would actually sell it off of that. After the gap down, it did rebound, but now they got another red day. I probably would get out of that. INSEE, this doesn't look any good anymore. Yikes, all the way back. Not good. Hopefully you got out of there. It looked not bad until today, but that's awful. I would get out of that if you're in it. OLED is still hanging out up there. That still looks okay because the entry was way back here. Still looks all right. And then ANET was down 274. Yeah, still hovering though. So yeah, that still looks okay. That's not bad for ANET. So that's it. There's one other one I wanted to show. EHTH is another one that was in here and I removed it, but holy cow, what a monster move this is. From here, 65 to 89 area, 88.27. I had this in the list before, took it out. Big move. Anyway, that's it. What's today? Monday. Next video will be tomorrow. Have a good one.